Oh snap, Glaze is going live.
Good day, good day, good day. Hey, thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I'm your host, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something differently. I'm gonna speak about, this subject matter, compassionate release. What is compassionate release? And who are entitled to compassionate release? Because a lot of times right now, people want to hide behind certain things. And even right now with compassionate release, that don't mean right now is, guess what? F you 50 and you got a 30-year sentence and you only did 14 years, you're gonna get out in half of that. That's not reality, folks. So a lot of times when people start coming out and saying, you know what, I didn't cooperate, you know what, I didn't do this, you did something. Let me give you a breakdown from right here, what I'm reading. Compassionate release. Get home to your family as quickly as possible. Finally, after a long struggle and many years of pain-stricken talk, research, and documentation, on August 13, 2013, the new program statement for the Compassionate Release Program was introduced and is now official. If an inmate is granted compassionate release under the new criteria and expanded guideline, he or she will be eligible for immediate release from incarceration. The additional inmate-friendly criteria added to the new Compassionate Release Program include criteria based on the inmate medical circumstance, criteria based on non-medical circumstance for elderly inmate, criteria based on non-medical circumstance in which there has been the death or incapacitation of the family member, caregiver, or inmate child, and criteria based on non-medical circumstance in which the spouse or registered partner of an inmate has become incapacitated. Yet one of the biggest changes occur for the elderly inmate. What with medical condition? An elderly inmate who is 65 years old or over and suffer from chronic serious medical condition related to the aging process may qualify. Additionally, a 65-year-old inmate who experienced deteriorating mental or physical health that substantially diminished their ability to function in a correctional facility may qualify, especially if conventional treatment promised no substantial improvement to their mental or physical condition. Also, elderly inmate aged 65 years or older who have served the greater of 10 years of or 75% of the term of imprisonment to which the inmate was sentenced are now eligible for compassionate release and may be released immediately. Finally, the most recent addition to the compassionate release mechanism of immediate release was in March of 2015 and is called the New Law Elderly Inmate Compassionate Release. Inmates sentenced for offense that occur on or after November 1st, 1987. New law, who are age 70 years old or older and have served 30 years or more of their term of imprisonment are now eligible for compassionate release. These criteria are different from those provided, which state that a court, upon motion of the BOP director, may reduce a sentence term if it finds that the defendant is at least 70 years of age, has served at least 30 years in prison pursuant to sentence imposed under Section 3559C for the offense or offenses for which the defendant is currently in prison, and a determination has been made by the director of Bureau of Prison that the defendant is not a danger to the safety of any person or the community as provided under Section 3142G. Hey, folks, you know what they're telling you? Look what everything they're telling you about this compassionate release. So when you start sitting back thinking about some of these individuals coming home, and basically what they're saying is, even right now, when we had the epidemic, the pandemic a few years ago, you got some of these folks coming home because of certain health issue. Yeah, the government gonna cut you some slack. But guess what? They ain't gonna cut you that type of slack. If you had a 30-year sentence, even if you got some few years shaved off and they took it down to 25, you're not gonna get out only serving, 14, 15 years. That's not happening. So right now is, the government is tweaking the system a little bit. And sometimes right now is with certain program they're coming out with, Is they rolling it out to be the new 5K one? I'm just asking for a friend. Hey, hit that like button, subscribe, share. Like I said right now, I was once the problem. Now what I'm trying to do, be part of the solution. Regardless of the situation, how do we make sure these kids do not put themselves in predicament that have to worry about compassion release, have to worry about 5K ones, have to worry about cooperating? And we get these kids to start doing it right the first time, guess what? There's a lot of things they don't have to worry about. Stop following behind these big drug dealers or stick-up kid gangsters or rappers. You know what? Start following behind positive, I'm saying constructive role model that did it right the first time. Peace, love, and prosperity. One love.